Ryan McWilliams here with BSF Pitcher Performance. We're going to be comparing one of our BSF athletes with Jacob DeGrom. So let's get right into it. One of the first things that we noticed with Josh, one of our athletes here on his first day one and during our metric camp, is during his initial bullpen assessment on the TrackMan, we're going to notice that right when he's sitting to his backside, you're going to notice this front side, his front glove is already pulling off and tucking, while this front leg is really what's reaching here and trying to create the energy, while the back drive leg is extending too early. It's collapsing. So you see there's no drive. Front foot strike hits, and look at how the back leg just kind of drags, and now look what happens to the arm. The arm is just kind of dragging, coming in for the ride, which again, there's a lot of correlation from what studies show that when the arm is dragging away from the trunk, it's creating a lot of distraction forces, which is basically the separation of two surfaces, which is only going to create a lot of shoulder or elbow injuries in the future. You're going to notice that his front side is completely tucked right here. Look at how it's just completely tucked, and now he's just trying to fight and force everything with his arm. And then you're going to notice that because he's fighting everything with his front side, he's fighting and forcing that ball over that lead leg block, and this pitch was missed high and arm side. Now, if we go look at Jacob DeGrom, one of the first things that sticks out really well that he does is he holds a really stable base here, center mass. You're going to notice that when he's separating, look at how the glove and his front leg are working together while the arm is like a pendulum, right? It's getting set up into the delivery to fire at a high rate. So you're going to notice when he hits front foot strike right here, right, he does a lot better job at driving into that back leg, initiating rotation with the pelvis. Front foot strike hits. Now look at the difference between where his arm is and where the glove is now turning over to accelerate that trunk. So now this is where this is really critical in the throwing delivery, is that because his arm is in this nice horizontal abduction position right here, anywhere between 60 to 90 degrees is optimal, you're going to notice that the trunk now is accelerating over that lead leg block, carrying and funneling the energy to the arm, then to the ball. And you're going to notice that he does a much better job at getting up and over his front side, where when we look at Josh over here, when he hits front foot strike, he's dragging, front side is already pulling off, arm is dragging right there, dragging, and now he's fighting over that lead leg block. Okay, so those are the biggest things that we've been seeing. So again, for Josh, we're going to work on cleaning up more pelvic rotation work, trying to get him to rotate in a little bit in a more shorter, compact way, getting the arm timed up with the trunk, and definitely working on front side mechanics.